How to thin out thick hair. That's what we're talking about today. So your hair may look like this, right? You may have a ton of hair. It's just like you feel like you have 80 pounds of hair on your head, but you want your hair to lay flat and smooth like this, or not be so heavy and bulky, or you like a little bit less, right, thick, and you want a little more something like this, so when you rake your fingers through, it goes back easier. You know, having really thick hair, I know could be a curse to some. It's a blessing to others, but if you're attempting to thin your own hair out at home, one, good luck, and two, I would say, you know, always go to your professional, your stylist, or, you know, your barber, and ask them to thin out your hair. It's too heavy, but the key is to show the areas that you feel it's heavy in, because the last thing you want a stylist to do or barber is to thin out your hair in areas that you don't need it thinned. That's just going to thin out your hair. So if you go in and you say, my hair is really, really heavy in here, and you grab your own hair and you say, look, right here it's really heavy, or in the back it's just so much hair. You have to use, like, you know, keywords and use visual cues to say, like, this is where the problem area is. That way we know where the problem area is. We're not guessing. So the more you communicate to us where the trouble areas are, it just makes life so much easier. Now, if you don't want to go into a salon or a barber shop and you want to try this at your own leisure, your own pace, you're going to need thinning shears, right? Which these little bad boys right here, they have the different, they have the teeth right in here, so you can see it's just cutting different layers of the hair. It's not chopping it all at once. It's designed to remove bulk and weight from the hair. You can get these anywhere on Amazon. I mean, they're all over the place, okay? But what you want to do is anytime you're working with thinning out hair or removing weight, you want to do it on dry hair, okay? Very, very important to do it on dry hair, because that's when you're going to be able to feel your hair the best. You don't want to do it on damp hair, because the hair already is going to be laying much flatter. It's not going to feel as thick. What you want to do is feel where it's the thickest, like this, and then I like to go in with a thinning shear and just, I would say, halfway through the hair shaft, do a couple little chomps like that, okay? Do some light chomps, or I like to do little kind of like this with the thumb, just to kind of remove some of it, because it's better to start off light than removing too much hair, right? And then you see, I'm not using a comb, I'm just lifting and letting the hair fall into the shears. And then what I'm doing is I'm using my thumb, I'm not going like this, I'm using the thumb just to remove, right? And this is how I normally cut hair anyway. I'm not one to go in and take huge chomps. I will sometimes, but I like to be very conservative and then feel as I'm cutting. So you could literally do this yourself. And I would suggest only doing this if you've got really, really straight hair, if you've got super, super thick hair, and you will see chunks of hair come out. Don't get freaked out. Like, oh my God, my hair's gone. No, it's just taking out the weight, right? This is what's making your hair feel heavy. But I would definitely only do this on really thick hair. Straight hair, I would not go near curly hair with this. I would not go near very fine hair, thin hair, unless certain areas have so much that, again, you need to debulk the hair in those areas. But again, you want to be very, very careful. Sometimes I'll do like a surface where I'll brush it back like this, and then I'll let the hair fall into the shears like that, and that just adds a little bit of texturizing and you know, removing some excess weight. So once you get used to this, now I've seen and I've gotten a lot of comments from people saying, you know, salon guy, I use your techniques and videos to cut my own hair. I haven't been to a salon or a barber in like 10 years. I follow your videos. I cut my hair so much better than any stylist. If that's the case, let me know and thank you. I'm not trying to take business away from our profession, but I do know that there are some hack jobs out there. There's a lot of hacks that, you know, they're not the greatest at cutting hair. I don't claim to be the greatest at all. I never talk about my skills. I just do it. And you know, I can improve in some things, but I just tend to share the information that I know. And if you are someone who uses my techniques to do your hair, then thank you so much. I'd love to know. But you know, go to a professional, again, that you feel confident in, Make sure you communicate, show them visual cues of what's happening. I always say, you know, go to them first. But if you are attempting to do this at home, just be very, very careful. This is a razor. You'll see, this is a feather razor. You'll see me use it quite a bit. But again, it's a very, very sharp tool. It's a razor. So there's a high risk that you could possibly injure yourself or cut yourself with any sharp tool. So just be very, very careful. But here, it's a lot of surface working, and that's going to kind of shave off those excess layers of bulk. But you want to do this on hair, again, that's mostly straight hair, not curly, not super wavy at all. And you'll know if your hair is really, really heavy. And then hopefully these techniques and tips helps you. Let me know in the comments below if you found this video helpful. Use code YouTube20 for 20% off my products. Free shipping in the United States on order values of over $50. Thank you. I'll see you soon.